And great something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's a Kogi in at the 3 spot. Jackson finds Bain. Memphis moving it around. Morant passes to Bain. Over Ayton. The shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Outside Durant. Booker looking around. Back to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
I don't care which side of the pick and roll KD is on. He is the threat.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Durant. Adams. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Durant kicks to Booker. Pass to Paul. Here's a Kogi. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality. Well, if you pull players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large unit.
Here's Ayton, and blocked by Bain. And he gets it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Ayton with it. He's picked up by Morant. Second shot opportunity. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Booker, and there's the drive.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject it.
Now Paul. Following the three-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. KD passes to Ayton. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Morant. And he drops it in from the low post.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Booker outside. There's the drive. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's special.
And that one's good. Morant.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Ayton a screen on Morant. And Booker kicks to Paul. Back to Booker. Passes it to Paul. Back to Booker. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Here's Paul. Pass to Durant. Adams, some nice D.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Morant. Adams finds Brooks. Ayton for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Grant, Bain with it, now guarded by Booker. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Out of hand on it. Now Paul. At the top of the key, Durant. This one for three. Paul can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson against Booker. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Here's Morant. Oh, my goodness, the slam.
And, man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Ayton a screen on Jackson. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Durant. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Suns lead by 3. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the down and backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's a Kobe in at the free side.
Showing off that hurt. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it. Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. You look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted early.
Here he goes. Can't cash in from close range. The Suns leading. Durant in the corner. Feeds to Ayton. Outside for Durant. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Good advice. David, thanks. It's Morant with the drive. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
Brooks dishes to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Bane passes to Brooks. Bane kicks to Brooks. Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Oh, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
And Greg, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
John Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Out to the right wing. Here's KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So clever with the pump fake. Durant is so good at scoring that if he pump fakes, he better jump.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Jackson dishes to Morant. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. They get it back. Jackson passes to Brooks. Out to the right wing. And finished off by Morant.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Great. What do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. And I think it's a conversation.
Brooks kicks to Bane. On the wing, Bane. Into the lane. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Flushing it on a much taller defender. That is just filthy.
And the Suns call time here. Suns trail by 3. Left side Durant. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
Outside, Bane. Back to Adams. He kicks it to Morant. Releases. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Bane inside the three-point line. The shot comes out.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Down low. KD against Jackson. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. In a moment here, we'll take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies. Outside Durant. 46 seconds left now here in the second. And he makes that one.
Well, Durant's scoring instincts are just so strong. Even close defenders can't hold him back.
Morant passes to Bane. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. Bane's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Paul passes to Okogie. Durant deciding where to go with it. Second chance shot. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Here's Morant. And Morant moves it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. Thank you, David, and we'll be back at
26. The Suns, 22.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And the NBA in recent years has gone from measuring players' height in shoes to now, Richard, just in socks. Like, for instance, Draymond Green went from 6'7" to 6'6", although he'll probably argue that with you. Did you get shorter without shoes?
I I was one of the rare players that actually rounded lower. I was 6'6" and 3/4 without shoes on, so I would probably be closer to 6'9" with shoes and socks and orthotics. So, you know, look, I was one of the honest ones, so I have no issue with them bringing it back down. So it's fine. I'm glad they're changing it up and we're getting accurate numbers.
We've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Conchar into the small forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. Kicks it to Jones. Kennard with the ball. Pass to Conchar. That's tipped. The Suns trailer. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
And here is Shem. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 to shoot. Here's Warren. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Baisley. And Adams sends it back. Morant left side. By Warren. Shamet with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Ross passes to Baisley. Shamet with it. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Offensive rebound. Here's Biyombo. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And the Grizzlies leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Tillman. Memphis moving it around. Jones. And the layup's good off the glass.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
1:37 left in the third quarter. And the jam by Ross.
And look at hanging in the air, double pumped, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. Here's Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Conchar's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ross with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Leading by 5. Passes to Aldama. Jones kicks to Kennard. For 3. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Aldama hits the bucket. Aldama's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Jones the pass to Aldama. Here's the feed to Jones. Launches a 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Tillman's got his first bucket of the night.
love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the three. Suns trail by 10. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. Morant against Booker. Brooks kicks to Morant. To the paint, it's tipped and stolen by Booker. Okogie, the pass to Durant, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
Morant drives in, and the rejection by Ayton. On the wing, Booker. Ball outside. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Driving inside, and he hits it and gets hacked. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal.
Previous play
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Out to Morant. Takes it inside, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on 8.
The speed and athleticism of Durant is a tough combination to guard, which is why he gets fouled.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
Ball's knocked loose. Memphis leading by 7.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Grizzlies. Free throw good, Bane. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. He kicks it to Morant. Jackson passes to Morant. Back to Jackson. Puts up a 3. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. For 3, Durant. The pass to Paul. And Bain pulls it down. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Memphis. Brooks finds Adams. Bain inside the three-point line. And he overshot that one, missing. Suns trail by 11. Hooker the pass to Ayton. Adams, some nice D. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Memphis moving it around. Outside, Bain. Brooks right side. Back to Bain. Just 5 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Durant. And KD throws it down.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
Now here's Morant. Jackson a screen on Paul. Morant looking around. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Booker. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Memphis.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for John Morant.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And a wide-open look for Bain. And it's Durant with the rebound.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. It just wasn't in the cards tonight.
They're just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Outside for Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Bain. To the right side. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got the sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Jared.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan.
starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
So here's the Clippers starting group. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. Paul George out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
George outside. To the inside. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
George against Moran. Lets the three fly. Gets the three ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A unique talent. Ja Moran has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Well, Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Good on the bucket. Morris has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
And it's Morant missing. Morris outside. Here's Zubac. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Here's Adams. Back to Morant. Pass to Bain. Brooks with it. Shot clock at 6. There's Jackson with the three. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And stolen by Covington. Going all the way to the rack. Here's Leonard. Tries again. Covington passes to Leonard. And they recover it. Goes up with it again. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Moran. Bain against George. Jackson the screen. Back to Bain. To the right side. From deep, Moran. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. George passes to Morris. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Adams finds Morant. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now here's Leonard. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. 1:33 left in the first quarter here.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, as a great scorer, you still have to be willing to balance it with finding your teammates. Kawhi Leonard puts the ball where it needs to be.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon. And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Morris. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Bain, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Moran. Jackson. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
11 seconds left to play in the first. George finds Morris. And here's Zubac. Oh, Adams with the block.
This is one of the toughest bigs in the league. Steven Adams challenging opponents defensively. Nicely.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies earning this break in the action, up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the three. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. For three, George. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
It's George with the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
Good on the second one. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Moran against George. Moran, the pass to Jackson. Jack's up at 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. And for the Clippers, they're shooting only 23% so far. Here's George. Great D that time from Bain.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
It's stolen by Leonard. George with it. Morris for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Outside Bain. And a two-handed jam!
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Adams finds Morant. Brooks from outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
Boy, I love how hard Steven Adams works on the boards. Excellent timing for that putback.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league. But boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Moran. There's the 3. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Zubac passes to Covington. Morris outside. Covington inside. Brooks defending. Stolen by Jackson. And here they come. Puts the move on. And Morant with the lay-in. Morant's got his third basket on the night right there.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
Morris outside. 4-3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Outside Covington. Out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Morant against George. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Top of the key. Rebound by the Clippers. Covington's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Morris penetrating. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies.
Your Grizzlies, 26. The Clippers, 12.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Mason Plumlee out there with Nicholas Batum. Then it's Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Highland in at the point guard. And so they foul intentionally. A line change here for Memphis.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Powell in the post. Plumlee finds Batum. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Well, Doris, Commissioner Silver has acknowledged that the style of play in today's game may have an added impact on players' bodies. How so, you think?
I think, Brian, it's not only style of play, it's the nature of an NBA schedule. You're talking 82 games over the course of several months strung together. It's going to challenge anybody physically and mentally. The wonderful part of today's science is we can have a greater understanding of that and when to rest and when to play.
Here's Highland. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Pass to Aldama. Kennard outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Kennard. No good on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Outside Jones. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Pass to Powell. Picked it. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Back to Conchar. Kennard outside. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the middle. Here's Highland. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Gordon with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Put it on the deck, get by the defender, Norman Powell on the dribble drive. Okay, I see you.
Pass to Conchar. Out to the right wing. Here's Tillman. He's checked by Plumlee. And the basket by Tillman. Tillman's got 4 points this quarter.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Gordon outside. Here's Highland. Powell left side. Gordon on the wing. Takes the three. He drops it from range.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
Clock at 6. Kennard finds Jones. Here's Conchar. Beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Conchar's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Powell outside. Back to Gordon. Pass to Batum. Here's Highland, defended by Jones. Batum, pass to Powell. Here's Highland. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Memphis is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Launches a three. Pass to Conchar from the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Tyus Jones. He's out there with Luke Kennard. John Conchar is out there with Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And here's Memphis. Pass to Tillman. Here's Kennard. Sinks it from distance. Kennard's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Batum, left side. Powell, left side. Ball stolen. Gordon with a steal. Plumlee with it. And Kennard picks him up defensively. To the paint. Here's Batum. The shot that time not on target. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Jones from outside. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Kennard outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Kennard. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Love the assertiveness of Norman Powell. Boy, turn the lights out.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Aldama. Back to Conchar. Pass to Aldama. Kennard on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Aldama. Guarded by Batum. Now Jones. Back to Conchar. Fires from deep. Another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Leonard outside. Down low. Here's Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Conchar. Takes a three.
First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Zubac with it. Stolen by Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Payne, the pass to Adams. Morant with it. George defending. There's Jackson with the three. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his third assist of the night. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game. Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Grizzlies.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Jaren Jackson.
He was all over the place, pressuring ball handlers, jumping the passing lanes. His steals made a huge impact on this game.
I always feel like when Paul George rises and fires from three, he believes it's going down. Great confidence behind that three-point shot.
Adams, the pass to Jackson, and stolen by Leonard. Book it off the crossover.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And they get it back. Outside for Brooks. Now here's Bane. Jackson on the wing. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. Brooks from outside. And another miss by Memphis. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Leonard for three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again.
Grizzlies have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. Paul George is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Booker outside. Paul, a screen on Leonard. Booker the pass to Paul. Here's Okogie. Fires from deep. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss. One of Ayton's specialties.
Leonard the pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Down low, and here we go. That's great. Paul's got it. Suns moving the ball around. Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Ball against George. Paul dishes to Ayton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now, here is Morris. It's Covington on the wing. George, that's a 2-pointer. 5 on the clock, and Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Leonard the pass to Zubats. Here's George. Out to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. George has got his second bucket of the game to go. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Kicks it out to Covington.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
The pass to Zubats. A 3 from Morris. The second chance effort. And the layup by George. George has got 6.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Durant. Here's Okogie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's Leonard. They lead by 1. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. So they take the lead.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Pass to George. From past the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. 9 points in the game so far.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Paul passes to Okogie. Ball against George. Pass to Okogie. ball outside. Covington with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Morris finds Zubac. Right side, Covington. Lets it go with a three. Rebound by the Suns. On the wing, Booker. He's covered by Leonard. Durant feeling it out a bit. Gets it off. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, DeAndre. He has been the guy making things happen for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
They've got to be satisfied so far. They look cohesive to begin this game.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the dunk by Zubac.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
Outside, Covington. Morris, left side. And stolen by Booker. To the middle. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
On the wing, Morris. Rebound by the Suns. To the inside. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
The playmaking skills of Kevin Durant on display. Capable of whipping passes to open teammates.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Here's Ayton. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Okogie.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
The pass to Booker. Takes the three. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And with Booker's mechanics and confidence, you're always going to assume he's going to make that.
George finds Morris. And that one, good. Morris has got his second bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Outside Durant, Ayton sets the pick for KD. Booker in the corner. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And
I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Zubats, a screen on KD. Leonard the pass to Zubats. Some solid defense from Ayton. Suns leading by 4. Down low. And then Durant with the jam.
The 7-footer Durant is a threat to Duncan. Can't let him get inside.
George against Paul. Here's Morris. The shot missing. And Phoenix will come the other way. KD with it. Leonard picks him up. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Look at how solid Durant's mechanics are. Even the foul can't stop him from taking that shot.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Booker dishes to Ayton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's George. Comes up empty down low.
Clippers foul. Robert Covington.
The Suns shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Both free throws good from Booker.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Zubats. Some solid defense from Ayton. Okay, David, much appreciated.
The Clippers, 21. And let's hear it for the Jabberwocky.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. They've got Batum. He's out there with Norman Powell. Publicly out there with Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1 spot. Warren on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Shamet. An easy 2 points on the way. Shamet's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix. Smitty, you know, when you watch an NBA game today, it seems like there is endless switching, positionless players. Why is that?
Kevin, it's a game of matchups. Teams are looking to exploit those mismatches. Let's say you can get your point guard on a center. Usually, you win that possession.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And here is Los Angeles now. Powell, the pass to Highland.
And Ross can be a real hassle to any shooter with his length. Solid D.
Powell against Warren. Here's Baisley. And the shot is good. And the Suns lead by 11.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Pass to Baisley. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Warren, here we go. And it's Warren with the jam.
And this guy just gets buckets. Warren is more than capable of finishing on that drive.
Outside, Batum. Stolen by Warren. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there.
With that type of range and confidence, Landry Shamet's shooting is very important.
This is his first free throw of the game. He's perfect from the line this time. Clippers trail by 13. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Highland passes to Gordon. On the wing, Batum. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Kicks to Plumlee. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's hauled in by the Suns. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The shot by Bazley, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside for Batum. Poke loose. Suns leading by 13.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. It's Powell on the wing. Outside Gordon. Back to Powell. He kicks it to Plumlee. Nails the baby hook. And with Batum, his versatility, he has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why? When you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And there's the drive. Batum. Gordon with no one around. Misses the 3. And it's Warren with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Shamet the pass to Bazley. Back to Shamet. Here's Biyombo. Passes it to Bazley. For 3, Ross. Plumlee with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Powell. Lets it go from deep. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ross kicks to Shamet. The feed to Biyombo. Inside. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Powell, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A part of this team's toughness comes from Norman Powell. Unafraid to stick his nose in there.
At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe. Phoenix leading by 11. Outside Warren. The pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shamet. And the layup's good off the glass. Shamet's got 6 points.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Batum wide open. He and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son, youth dance team.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Well, Phoenix shooting a superb 63% from the field. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
The shot by George, wide open, and it's KD with the rebound. Booker with it. Now Covington defending. Kicks it out to Booker. Ball against George. Stolen by Zubac. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Durant with a wide open look. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A nice shot by Booker. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Akogi, the pass to Ayton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Ball outside. Pass to Akogi. Ball kicks to KD. With the drive, and then Durant with the dunk.
I don't think we've ever seen a player of Durant's size who can handle the rock that well.
George passes to Leonard. Morris outside. Here's George. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
For 3, Akogi. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's a shot the defense looked like he was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Deep. Morris, no good. Here's Akogi. Passes it to Durant. Takes a 3. Kicks it out to Paul. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 16. Leonard looking over the floor. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Once a weakness, Leonard's three-point shot is now a strength, a sharp weapon in his arsenal.
Booker outside. Here's Akogi. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Suns. At one point, they led by 16. Booker outside. There's the dish to Ayton. Covington with the steal. And taken away by Paul. Over George. And it's sent back by George.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
Los Angeles with another miss. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. 1:05 left in the 4th.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Suns.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Paul. Now Durant. Clock at 6. From deep 3-point range. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Outside Leonard for the 3. That shot is off. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge.
teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot.
Chris Paul reading the defense, gets on the inside and decides to just knock it down.
And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Morant. The shot, no good. Ball against Payne. Pass to Durant. To the middle. Ayton. And stolen by Morant. Adams finds Morant. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to dial it back some.
Payne, the pass to Adams. Stolen by Ayton.
When you're in tight quarters, that can be an awkward pass to make.
Here's Paul. Here's Okogie. No good with the triple. Payne with it. Now guarded by Ayton.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Here's Paul. After the basket by Memphis. Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Pass to Jackson. Outside Morant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Paul. Outside Durant. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Okogie. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Ayton. Second chance effort over Adams. Ayton, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And here's Adams. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Outside Paul. They set the screen. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Payne. From downtown, drops in the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
And Booker with the jam.
That's an aggressive play. Devin Booker up to the rim.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Here's Morant into the lane. Misses in close. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Here's Durant over Adams. Here's Ayton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints. But probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
And then Morant with the jam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Oh, there's Morant with the slam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
And here are the Suns now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. The kick to Durant. The 3 is up. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
From way downtown, Durant truly knows no limits.
Now here's Bane. Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Adams, a pass to Jackson. Back to Adams. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The drive by Bane, and he jams it home with authority.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Now here's Paul. The kick to Durant. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Adams. Outside Bane. Here's Morant. Ooh, Paul with the block.
Always in position to make a play at either end. Chris Paul teed that one up nicely.
It's all tied in Phoenix. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Adams, the pass to Jackson. Brooks outside. Now here's Bane. Back to Brooks. Pass to Morant. Clock at 6. And then Morant with the jam.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
On the wing, Bane. This one for 3. Durant pulls it in. The Suns leading. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Durant.
That's impressive. Kevin Durant just getting up and throwing it down.
Ball against Morant. Pass to Brooks. The 3 from Bane. The Suns clear it.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Brooks. Jackson outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Adams finds Morant. 3-pointer. Tries yet again. And they converted last on attempt number 3.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Paul. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
first team.
Ja Morant picks one up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
You know, some have said those old-school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting three-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
Great skill level in the game right now.
No question.
Phoenix calls timeout.
T-shirt time, everyone. Let's
Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Outside Booker. It's Warren on the wing. Brooks defending. Warren, the pass to Paul. Inside. Here's Ayton. Shoots over Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton's a solid foul shooter.
And he sinks the second. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Morant against Paul. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Outside Booker. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Brooks finds Bain. Outside for Morant. Jackson for 3. They get it again. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Outside Bain. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Finishing through contact. Jackson showing why a 6'11" guy with real shooting ability is so dangerous.
And Booker with the jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
The kick to Durant. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Good work there as it goes.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Outside for Brooks. Lets it go from deep. Good. And the setup by Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Morant against Paul. Now Morant. He's got 17. Pass to Brooks. Back to Bain. Fires from the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Man, good whistle there.
John Morant. Third personal foul. Third team.
First one falls.
And Ayton, with that efficiency, just becomes an outstanding option for what you do offensively.
Hits both from the stripe. There's 6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And then Morant with the dunk.
And it's been a thrilling matchup. Both teams giving their all.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
36. The Grizzlies. 37.
Get ready for the Milwaukee.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. Pass to Kennard. Jones with the ball. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That one on Biyombo.
Shooting for Memphis, Tyus Jones, taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. Williams is checked in for Memphis. And he's good on the second. The Suns trailing. Here's Shamet. To the paint. Here's Baisley. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Baisley playing with force. That's a big sign.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Tillman, defended by Biyombo. Here's Okogie. Now Biyombo. Back to Shamet. Oh, powered down with both hands.
But the defender had more size than him, but did not have more fight.
Inside, stolen by Ross. And the Suns pushing it up now. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
A line change here for Memphis. Pass to Jackson. Ross against Bain. Out to the right wing. Back to Jackson. Right side Morant. Knocks down the triple. Morant's got 22 points.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Here's Baisley. And here's Ross. The shot. That one's wide left.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
All right, Suns fans, here come your Suns answer.
Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game.
Come on.
Morant finds Bain. Back to Morant. Brooks left side. Outside Bain. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morant. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Ball passes to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton more and more having these kind of nights from the center position, lighting up the scoreboard.
Outside Morant. To the middle. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Ball passes to Booker. Now here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Jackson with a screen on Paul. From deep, Morant sends it home from three-point land.
Three-point field goal.
Morant's got 6 here in the quarter.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Poke loose. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Durant. And it's Ayton off the drive.
Shows you the mobility of the big man there as Ayton's able to carve through the defense, and that forces them to be out of position.
That's good from Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton hits them both. So it's the Grizzlies now. It's a 3-point game. Adams a screen. From deep, Morant. Phoenix grabs the miss. Stolen by Jackson. From deep, Bain. And stolen by Durant. The finish. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
From deep, Bain. Adams, the pass to Brooks. Outside for Moran. Buries it from three. Morant's got 28.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Brooks finds Jackson on the wing. Bain. Moran against Booker. 5 on the clock. Pass to Brooks. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Paul. Booker's got 13.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
Phoenix foul. Kevin Durant. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
No good on the free throw.
Shooting from Memphis. Steven Adams. 2 shots.
That one misses.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Outside Durant. Shoots over Jackson. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son, youth
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Suns leading. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Paul with it. He's picked up by Bain. And Ayton gets it to go.
The coaching staff has to like that as he picks apart the defense there in the pick and roll play.
The three from Bain. And Ayton pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Pass to Paul. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 6.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Timeout called. Memphis. At this point in the game, fourth quarter, it's always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the plans, these players are getting a much-needed chance to get hydrated with some Gatorade. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He focused on perimeter play at both ends. On D, he wants to prevent open looks from deep. And at their own end, he thinks they can create better shots with better ball movement. We'll see if he gets his wish. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. The Suns making a switch here. Craig's checked in. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Down low. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, you play pick and roll offense, you've got the perfect point guard in Paul. That's a lot of P's.
Stolen by Ayton. Outside Booker. Pass to Baisley. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. And it's an 11-point Phoenix lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Pass to Jackson. They need this. They get the rebound. Adams. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks, right side. Back to Bain. Jackson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Both good from the line that time. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Right side, Paul. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. From the arc. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Ja Morant, 4th personal foul. First team foul.
Moran against Paul. Pass to Baisley. Here's Okogie. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. It's Booker on the wing for 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. And the Suns lead by 14.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Moran into the lane.
Love the attacking mindset of Moran. He gets him to the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
And Morant drops them both. 1:29 left in the game. Moran against Paul. Pass to Okogie. Here's Baisley. Outside for Booker. Stolen by Bane. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Suns.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the 2 benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Chris Paul.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
They get it back. Adams. Pass to Bane. Back to Morant. Now Bane. Shot clock at 5. Got a hand on it. Outside Booker. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Up top, Morant. Jackson outside. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
So it's the Suns winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks the pass to Adams. Jackson kicks to Bane. Out left to the wing. Passes to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Brooks. Here's Bane. That one doesn't go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris passes to Leonard. Kicks it out to Covington. Morris outside. George dishes to Morris. Back to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac finds Morris. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Tries yet again. It's hauled in by George. Covington kicks to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Morris outside. Here's Zubac. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Morant against George. And a wide open look for Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while. Morant, this man is in full control of the offense.
George passes to Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Bane. Leonard dishes to George. Leonard inside, guarded by Morant, and it's Leonard missing. Pass to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant kicks to Bane. George against Brooks. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. Covington passes to Morris. Outside Covington. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Morris outside. And that one is good from Zubac. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Morant surveying the D. Brooks finds Jackson. In the corner, it's Bane. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Outside Covington. To the wing on the left. And it's in there.
A smart offensive player. I like watching Covington get interior positioning and look to score.
Morant outside. Bane kicks to Jackson. Back to Bane. Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Morant outside. Back to Jackson. Over Morris. Jackson misses. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Covington passes to Zubac. George against Morant. Here's Zubac. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And then Morant slams it in.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Leonard kicks to George. And the rejection by Morant. So at the end of one quarter of play, we're still a close game. Los Angeles.
Please give a big round of applause for your Clippers USA.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paul George, and it's Covington in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Outside Leonard. This one for three. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 4.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Leonard following the score by Memphis. Left side, George fires the three. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Bain. And here we go with the coach's challenge. No surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's...
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game break may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
And it's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Leonard the pass to Morris. Morant against George. Out to Morris. Covington dishes to Morris. Back to Covington. Here's the three. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Ball to Memphis.
Memphis trailing here. Now he's finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about. Nasty. So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Now here's Leonard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's tipped. It's stolen by Adams. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Nice job completing the break. Triple J gets the points.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. to stop the run, and George with the stuff.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now, here is George. Back to Zubac. Here's Morris. George trying to break free. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Morant kicks to Bain. Here's Jackson. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside, George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Grizzlies on defense. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. George with the bucket. George has got his 2nd basket.
And this is why you get George the ball there. He's solid at figuring out how to capitalize.
Morant against George. Adams, the pass to Morant. Outside, Bain. 4 on the clock. Fires from the corner. It's good. It's his 2nd basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now, here is George. Over Bain. And Bain pulls it down. 54 seconds left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Jackson finds Bain to the paint. Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Here's Morant. Back to Bain. And he dunks it down.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
Covington passes to Leonard. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. Great D that time from Bain. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Morant kicks to Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. Up top, Leonard. Guarded by Bain. No good from Zubac. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet.
The previous play is
Review
under
the tape.
review.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And it looks like they get. All right, David, thank you. We'll be...
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Clippers 17, the Grizzlies 20.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks.
First team.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at point guard. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Kennard for 3. Plumlee with the rebound.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now, here's Kennard. After Eric Gordon's miss, yes, that goes in.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Powell dishes to Gordon. No good there. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Now here's Powell. No points in the game yet for him. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pass to Concho. And Jones has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
And there's the pass to Powell. Outside Gordon. Passes it to Highland. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Right side, Jones. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jones has got 5. Clippers trail by 6. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The dish now to Plumlee. It's rebounded by Memphis. Kennard kicks to Jones. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Outside, Batum. Highland. There's the feed to Plumlee. The 8-footer. No good that time. Memphis leading by 9. Outside, Jones. Pass to Aldama. From deep. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Now the pass to Highland. Kicks it to Plumlee. Outside Gordon. Back to Powell. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Plumlee, no luck. Memphis with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Got that one up quick. 5 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Batum. Outside, Jones. Here's Aldama. Tillman passes to Jones. Fires the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Highland. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And so he hits both. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Jones looking for an opening. Kennard finds Jones. To the left side wing. Back to Kennard. Pass to Jones. Plumlee with the steal. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Gordon dishes to Plumlee. Back to Gordon. And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies lead by 8. And right after this,
your Clippers U-16.
and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Teron Lu's going with. They've got Norman Powell. Batum is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1 spot. Here's Batum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Veteran play by Batum, taking his shooting motion right into the defense to get to the line.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Now here's Morant for 3. Memphis the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. Powell with it. Gordon the pass to Batum. And botches the dunk. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. And it's Brooks in the corner. On the wing. 6 to shoot. Morant, that's for 2. Money from the wing. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Outside for Batum, but Trey, good on the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Morant outside. Bain finds Morant beyond the arc. Morant with another miss.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Gordon the pass to Batum. Over to the left wing. There's the 3. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Gordon.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Highland passes to Plumlee. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Back to Brooks. Pass to Bain. Brooks against Powell. Outside Jackson. Back to Brooks. Outside Bain. Goes up on the wing. Powell pulls it in. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. A 3-pointer, no good.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Brooks outside. Outside Jackson. 3-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Batum a screen on Morant. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Memphis?
At the line for your Clippers.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Covington finds George. Zubac's with it. 2 points. That one goes.
I love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Morant reaches to Brooks. Back to Morant. Bain passes to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Jacks up a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Zubac kicks to Leonard. outside for George. Back to Leonard, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
For your player, Marcus Morris Sr.
And so it's Memphis with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Jackson. Morant against George. Jackson kicks to Bain. Shoots over Leonard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender. But that's just a tough one to knock down consistently.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And again, Memphis no good. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Cans the three.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this one.
see a lot of variations in the lineups out there tonight, Doris.
Yeah, I think that's the luxury of having a quality bench and some versatility. Now, if you're a head coach, you have the opportunity to tinker, mix and match lineups, see what works best, and go from there.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Good.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. Up top, George. Booker defending. And the Suns pushing it up now for 3. Durant. Leonard pulls down the board.
So 2021 saw the addition of yet another honor to the resume of the great Kevin Durant, a selection to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. I don't think he needed cementing of his legacy, but it's just one more feather in his cap.
Clock at 6. The 3 ball. Doesn't go that time. Paul against Westbrook. Paul passes to Durant. Okogie on the wing. Outside Paul. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Even with all those accomplishments, Durant is just as hungry as ever, Doris.
Now, B.A., to me, he's always just in a competition against himself. He simply wants to play the best basketball night after night. There's a guy who takes tremendous pride in being complete and perfecting his craft.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
He's off on the second. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Graham. You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement. Now here's Paul. Pass to Booker. And here's Ayton. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
This guy has got a dominant physical frame, incredible athleticism. Nice job by DeAndre Ayton inside.
George passes to Morris. Here's Zubac. Morris outside. Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Suns leading. Pass to Booker. To the middle. Here's Durant. Back to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Leonard defending. Paul for 3. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was
the previous play is under review
in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, L.A. is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And he makes all 3. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted, pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to George. Here's Zubats. He's covered by Ayton. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And stolen by Paul. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, it's incredible how many times Chris Paul has led the league in steals. This guy has active hands.
George finds Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, that's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton showing a little toughness on the interior finish.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Zubats. Stolen by Ayton. And the Suns pushing it up now. Up ahead. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Durant. 9 points in the game.
Man, that was fast. They're already up by double digits.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And George with the jam.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Ball against Leonard. Outside for Booker. Hits a three-pointer.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And so,
Fans, your Clippers,
and if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Paul George out there with Kawhi Leonard, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Something you can't deny about Marcus Morris. He is a passionate player.
On and off the court, this guy is highly competitive. He's a leader in the locker room. His playing style, to me, would fit with any organization. Smart and tough.
Leonard passes to Zubats. Kicks it to George. 6 to shoot. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
It's Booker on the wing, guarded by Morris. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the jam by George.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Ball against George. Knocked loose.
Foul against the Suns. Kevin Durant. Second personal foul.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has turned himself into an offensive force. He's a three-level scorer, but I think you have to admire the fact that this guy is as versatile as it gets on the defensive end. He could guard 1 through 5 if necessary.
The kick out to Morris. Puts up a three. Knocks it down from distance. Morris has got 5 points.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Here's Leonard. Morris passes to George. Shakes him. Okogie pulls down the board.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Outside Durant. Count it. Good.
Kevin Durant.
Now it's a 5-point Suns lead. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful. He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Pass to Booker, and stolen by Leonard. Here's the break. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
Outside Booker. Drives to the hoop. Durant for three. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. 7 points in the game.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Leonard finds Zubac. Now here's George. Defense right on him. Crafty move. And Zubac with the lay-in. Zubac has gotten 4 this quarter.
Don't you love the awareness that Paul George brings to the table on a night-by-night basis? How about that pass?
Paul with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And Durant with the block. And he's able to get it back. Back to Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
As Kawhi likes to say, board man gets paid.
Ball against Morris. Pass to Durant. Here's Okogie. There's the three. Gets the three to fall. Okogie's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
George for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. 20 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Inside. Here's Ayton. Back to Okogie. Pass to Durant. They set a pick. That'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play.
23.
The Suns on top, leading by 5.
28.
And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. It's been quite a game for Chris Paul.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Monty Williams 5. We've got Terrence Ross. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Darius Bazley. And then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Warren in at small forward. Here's Shamet. Powell covers. Ross passes to Warren. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And the Suns lead by 7.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Crosses over. Batum gets the bucket. Batum's got his first points in this one.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this season.
Pass to Biyombo. Here's Bazley. Back to Biyombo. Outside Ross. No good from outside. Now Los Angeles with it. Trailing by 5.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State. Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Just 5 on the clock. Down low. No luck on that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Pass to Bazley. No good. Batum with the defensive effort. And for man, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the basket by Plumlee.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Warren for 3. Plumlee pulls down the board.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Batum's shot is off. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Well, as far as nicknames go, Terrence Ross being called the Human Torch is pretty fitting, Doris.
What a classic nickname for a player that can get hot at any moment. And boy, when Terrence is rolling, he is very hard to cool off. This is a guy we've seen rattle off 10, 15, even at times 20 straight points. That is the Human Torch personified.
Yep, that one goes. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the ref could have blown the whistle there. Batum just plays right through the contact. Excellent finish.
Here's Baisley. Phoenix no good that time either. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. They're running. Warren with the ball. Picked up by Powell. The Clippers trail. Pass to Batum. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead, get up, Nicholas Batum.
Plumlee brings the double. Ross finds Warren. It's Warren on the wing. Back to Shamet. Driving inside. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Batum, pass to Plumlee. And here's Batum. Stolen by Ross. Pass to Warren. Biombo with it. It's Shamet on the wing, defended by Gordon. It's Shamet on the wing, launches a 3. The rebound by Mann.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. To the paint. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
George against Ross. George passes to Zubac. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Zubac has got 6 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Inside. Here's Baisley. And that one is hammered home.
That level of physicality and hops by Baisley. That's a big-time statement.
Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Robert Covington.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Suns ahead. They're up by 5.
And please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Youth Dance Team.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over.
When you consider how relatively new Darius Baisley is to the NBA, consider the last 2 years. An integral part of the starting lineup and back-to-back years where he averages double figures.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He told his squad to pour on the gas, saying, quote, "We hold the lead. Let's Keep throwing it. Be aggressive. This is no time to let up.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. Kawhi Leonard out there with Paul George. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And about Baisley, Doris, he's proven to be a starting caliber player.
Well, he's starting to perform better on the offensive end. His rebounding numbers are starting to climb. And this guy, if he keeps scoring and rebounding with this level of consistency, he can be an excellent part of a good team.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Ayton. Back to Booker. Clock at 4. Pass to Ayton. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, we think of Durant as a naturally gifted scorer. Fact is, this guy understands how to get his teammates open.
Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Paul passes to Ayton. Outside Booker. Fires in the triple. And the Suns lead by 8.
Well, that's the moneymaker, right? Devin Booker will go all night from three-point range if you allow it.
George passes to Morris. Poke loose. Paul with it. Guarded by Covington. And now the Suns fast break. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Well, it's all about heart and hustle. Okogie gets out in transition. That's a nice finish.
George outside. Plenty of space. Yes! He nails it!
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Pass to Booker. To the middle. Here's Durant. Back to Ayton. Now Durant. Shot clock at 6. Outside Paul. The Clippers grab the miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Leonard finds Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
Paul passes to Booker. To the inside, Leonard. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Kawhi Leonard has been in so many big-time situations. How confident is he right there?
Paul into the lane. Now here's Morris. Defense is right there. Zubac passes to Leonard. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now just a 2-point Phoenix lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now here's George. He's covered closely. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Covington to tie it up. And perfection right through the net.
What a shot from Covington. You better be confident to take that shot.
To the paint. Oh, they need this. Oh, and a dunk by Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
George outside. Inside. Here's Zubac. Yes!
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Outside for Booker. Left side Durant. Covington against Paul. George with a steal. In transition, here come the Clippers. Morris passes to George. Fakes to Zubac. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even with the stakes this high, I wouldn't bet against Booker. He has this shot really dialed in.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Leonard outside. The kick out to Morris. Back to Leonard for the win.